Welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be talking about the inevitable. Does anybody else have that gut feeling something is shifting? Something is shifting. It's not when it's going to happen. It's like, how soon is something going to happen? I feel it in my gut. I feel it every single day lately. And it just feels different. It feels different. And we prep for everything. Things that I've been noticing is when I'm going into the grocery stores, costs are going through the roof. I don't know how anybody's doing it because I don't shop a lot at grocery stores. I try to do the very bare minimum. You see a lot of that over there. And there is areas that I've gotten from grocery stores, but I do try to preserve quite a bit myself. And I'm shook at some of these costs. I am shook. People need to go back to the basics. It's time to go back to the basics. I used to get teased all the time because I had the giant Krusteaz pancake mix. I have a ton of them, but make your own pancake mix at this point. It's too expensive. And so we're going to talk about like whether there's going to be a food shortage or, Russia and China are running mock drills right now, war mock drills showing their side of force because, we said we have two nuclear submarines off their coast, which we've always had. Okay, guys. Some people think that I don't think that, but yes, we have had it. We just don't come out and straight up say, hey, we're over here. Now they're saying the same thing and they're going, hey, we're over here too. There is I don't think there's going to be a conversation there. So whether we're heading straight into World War III or food shortages, I really, truly believe it, or financial collapse, because you can only go up for so long till it crashes. You can only go up for so long. And this inflation over the last 5 years, financially, I've decided our channel, we're going to be doing a $5 prep video once a week. It's going to be on Wednesdays. I take $5 in. I'm going to show you. We're going to add up how much that could feed a person. If you have multiple people in your family, yeah, you're going to have to divide out that number, but you can prep a lot for $5. But things are getting intense and I feel it very heavy in my soul. I feel it in my soul that things are shifting very, very quickly and we've got to do something about it because if you're not prepping now, you have to, because I come down here, I just got back from the property. I'm prepping 2 different locations and I pull stuff off of here and I'm like, oh, I'm starting to run low, but it's not ready in my garden yet. And I'm like, okay, all right, I got enough to get through, but what if my crop doesn't come through? What if it goes bad? I've struggled more this year with my garden than I've ever struggled with. But I'll say it. I truly believe it's from stuff in the air. Like I'm 100%. Like I wear my tinfoil hat. I am fine with it. People may disagree with me, but I've had plants that got burns on their leaves. I already lost an entire set of crops this year to herbicide poisoning from our neighbor, and I was very upset about it, and I had to restart over. So I don't have any beans coming in yet. Those I had to replant, and luckily there's enough time in the season. I'm just going to get a late bunch in there. But they're changing, and we've got to really start focusing in on prepping as much as possible, because I guarantee I'm not the only person who believes this or feels it. It's not even believing it. I feel it in my gut. And the last time I felt something like this in my gut, I'm not going to lie, it was literally 9 months before the pandemic. My husband came at me and said, what are you doing? You're prepping really, really heavy. And I was like, I don't know. It's something in my guts telling me that I need to stock up just a little bit more. And I was prepping things like, children over-the-counter medications, Tylenol, ibuprofen, all of those things. And my husband was just like, okay, I'm just going to let her do her thing. And I grew a garden 3 times my normal size, and I was canning it like crazy. Like it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds every other day. And he's like, what are you doing? Like he was very confused. And I was like, I feel it. I feel something in my gut is changing. And I went with my gut feeling on it. Fast forward, my mom lost both of her kidneys. She ended up having an organ transplant. The world shut down from the pandemic. This is prior. Like I was doing all this prior to the pandemic. I'm always prepped, but I just felt it in my core that something was off and that I needed to do more. And I'm feeling it more and more every day. And, my mom had a transplant, so that, we became from a family of 5 to a family of 6. My mom has passed away, unfortunately. She passed away last year. But during this time, we became a family of 6. And when everything went into lockdown and people started fighting and arguing in the grocery stores, and the toilet paper pandemic of 2020 just went crazy, I finally stopped and I was like, we're good. And my husband was like, he was really weirded out by it. He was like, and he brings it up in conversations when we talk about prepping. He goes, you felt it in your gut and you went with your gut and you're going to follow your gut. And that is a big core fundamental when it comes to prepping. I followed my gut, and we never had to go to the store. We had plenty. We had plenty stocked up on. And my mom, she was so medically fragile from having a transplant, and we couldn't risk it. And it paid off. It paid off trusting your gut. So at the end of the day, whether you want to just prep a little bit for, practical prepping for, natural disasters, or if you really do follow your gut, I prep with my gut. I prep with my gut. Yeah, the gut, all of it. When you feel something so deep inside of you and you know something is shifting, and I know something's shifting right now, and I'm going to say it, something is shifting. I don't know if it's going to be war. I don't know if it's going to be a food shortage or an economic crisis. I mean, we got all three of those going on like simultaneously at the exact same time. But when you feel it, you have to trust it. And I feel it so heavy in my heart. So right now, before they start jacking up prices, there's going to be rice shortages. Go get rice. Go get your beans. Get a complete protein. Start cooking with less. Start cooking with raw ingredients. For us, I like to make the joke, I don't get paid till the 15th, so we're going to make everything in the fridge work. We're going to go through it. Beef costs went through the roof recently. They've been through the roof, but we've already lined up with the farm that we work with. We're going to get another half a cow. I don't know how people are affording it. Like that they're affording the grocery store costs. Some stuff is like $15, $20 a pound. Like what? Go to your local farmers. Go to the butcher. If you can't afford to buy a whole cow, split it with a neighbor. We split it with a neighbor. We do a half a cow. They do a half a cow. They're a large family. We're a large family. We've had other people come in. They're like, I can't afford the costs over here, but do you think we could get maybe like a quarter of a cow? And I'm like, yeah, let's talk to them. Let's see. And sure enough, they had a quarter of a cow available and they were able to do that. I think we spent $2,000 on roughly, I think about 500 pounds of meat. And we're already putting in an order on the next one. And I don't buy meat from the grocery store. I don't physically see how we could afford that and afford the nutritional needs that a human needs with the cost that's going on. And I see something's happening. Something is changing. There is a shift. And I feel it deep inside my gut that there is something's about to happen. Sooner or later, one of those levees is going to break. You got your World War III, you got a financial crisis, you got your inflation, and you got food shortages. And one of these, they're all like a little dam sitting in front of it. And that water is building. And one of them's going to break. And I feel it. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys are feeling it too. Are you guys feeling that something is brewing so much worse? Tonight, once I get off of here, I'm going to be going through and taking inventory of what I need to can, what I need to get a hold of if I didn't grow it this season, and where I need to start filling in my holes. For us, I prep. We're a family of 5, but I also prep for my aunt and uncle. That's 7. So before my mom passed away, I prepped for 8 people, food-wise, like long-term food storage. Since my mom passed away, I prep for my aunt and uncle. My uncle, he does all ammunition reloading. It's a skill I'm learning, but I am a baby at this skill. I don't understand half of it, and he has it so memorized in his head. So it's a great trading tool, is him being like, yeah, I'll help you with this, you help me with that, and we just, we work off of each other. But I feel it's brewing. that shift is happening. So Putin's over there with China playing war games and doing mock-up scenarios. The US is like, tra-la-la-la, nothing really happening. We're good. And the UK is screaming, we're about to go to World War III, but we got, an economic crisis. I mean, financially, the inflation, people can't handle it. So let me know down in the comments if you guys are feeling this in your gut. I am a person who believes full-heartedly to trust your gut. When something feels off, when your hair stands on the back of your neck, you trust it, you go with it, and something seems to always happen when you actually trust it. And I hope nothing happens, but I feel that tension in the air right now. And so what I'm going to do is continue prepping. So as always, stay aware, stay prepared, and always have your head on a swivel. Let me know. Are you guys feeling a shift? Not from when is something going to happen? Like we prep and then something will happen. Trust me. But does it feel like that timeline has been chopped in half and it's a lot closer? It feels a lot closer. Anyways, have a good night, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm going to get to doing some inventory down here, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday night, and I will see you tomorrow.